Good morning, good morning, Broadway bitches. How are you all? I hope you are all okay. Sorry, I just pressed live before I'd actually put my phone down. So that was a little bit awkward. Anyways, I hope you're all doing all right and okay. My new phone, I have just realised. Hello, Lynn. How are you, my darling lady? Hope you're all right and having an okay week. So I've just realised this new phone is fantastic and I'm loving it. The camera on here is so much better than my old phone. But it also means that you actually see my real skin as it is. So that's just a little hint for you. This is my skin exactly as it is because my new camera on this phone is really, really good. So you're going to see everything from now on, blemishes and all. But at least you'll get a real picture. So that's exciting news for you all, isn't it? I hope that's going to brighten up your Thursday. Oh, hey, Linny, lovely. I'm really good, thank you. And I hope you are too. I'm having a really good week. What have you been up to? Let me know in the comments. What have you all been up to? Let me know in the comments. And if you feel so like you could and you wish to chuck me about out there, please feel free to do so. So we are on, let me think now, week 9. Week 9, day 5 of my new kind of skincare routine that I've been doing with you all. So this week I wanted to come and talk to you. Obviously you can see how my skin is doing. Please bear in mind that the previous weeks, apart from last week, were with my old camera. So you may not have been seeing me in as much detail. So the previous weeks might have actually, obviously with my old camera on my old phone, might have actually hidden some of how bad my skin really was, if that makes sense. Even though I don't think I had horrendous skin, but you probably couldn't see it in how I saw it in real life, if that makes sense. Whereas the camera on this new phone, you are getting to see it in a much more real life view. You're unpacking your new house, it's still mayhem. Oh, Lynn, I really feel for you, really feel. I hate moving house. I hate the packing, I hate the unpacking. As you guys know, I had to go and help my 91-year-old gorgeous grandmother earlier in the year to move house as well. And she hadn't moved house for like 39 years. So you can imagine how much stuff she had. That was, yeah. Let's just say I might have got rid of some things in a bin bag when her back was turned. Yeah. But some things people just don't need to know, do they? They just really, really don't. And she's all moved and settled in now, so that's all okay. Anyways, okay, so this week, I think I'll show you, I don't know. What I am going to do, because something I don't think I've told you on the previous weeks of this skincare routine, because I've normally done it before I've pressed live. Before I start my skincare, I always wash my hands with an antibacterial soap every time without fail. And I'm going to do that now because I didn't do that before I came live for that very purpose today. So I've got some antibacterial soap, which we all have nowadays, which was always a good idea. But, you know, we didn't all have antibacterial soap in the bathroom necessarily. But in light of recent months with COVID, we all have this a lot lying around now, which is fabulous. So, just washed my hands. Now, it's really important to wash your hands before you start your skincare routine. Because, and you may look at me and go, well, obviously, Lisa, I'm not a complete fucking twat. I know none of you are, because you're all awesome, amazing people. And that's why we all have such a good time here at Broadway Beauty. So, the reason though, because you may never have been told, you may never have heard it, so you may not know. Wash your hands before starting your skincare routine or your makeup, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to do some kind of skincare, even if it's just putting on moisturiser before you start your makeup. So always wash your hands first, because any dirt, dust, bacteria you have on your hands will immediately be transferred to your face. It's then going to get into your pores, going to cause more breakouts and all of that kind of thing. When you're doing your skincare, you are cleaning your face. You are trying to draw all that dirt and bacteria out of your pores and keep your face nice and clean. So if you don't wash your hands before you start, you're in a hiding to nothing, people. It's a completely pointless task. So always wash your hands first. And the other part about having clean hands is because when you then go to put on your moisturiser, oops, she says as she throws it very handily, like I always do. I always drop stuff, you know me by now. So whether your moisturiser is in a tube or whether it is in a tub, it is equally important both ways that you have washed your hands before you start. Because when you open it, even though it's obviously going to have a cap on the outside, when you squeeze it out, we all do this, you're going to then touch that hole there where the cream comes out to wipe off the cream, the amount you want to then pop on your face. Yeah? Or if you're using a tub, you are going to pop your hands into the tub of cream. So if you haven't washed your hands before you start, you are going to, one, transfer bacteria on your face, but you're also then going to pick up more bacteria off of your skin on your hands, that when you then go to put your moisturiser, for example, on, or any other tube that you pick up, cleanser as well, etc., you are going to wipe that bacteria onto the tube and into the cream that's just in this opening here, basically putting bacteria into the whole of the rest of your moisturiser or whatever other product it is. And the same if you pop your hands in the tub. You are then going to obviously put bacteria into your whole tub of moisturiser, because obviously you're going to pop your fingers into the tub. So then you're getting bacteria in there, and this particularly is a big tub. So each time I'm doing that and then putting it on there, if I hadn't washed my hands, I'm then putting more and more bacteria back onto my face the more I use my tub of moisturiser. Something I also do as well, because my family have discovered that they love this moisturiser as well, which is brilliant because it's such an affordable price and it seems to be really good for their skin as well. Even though my husband and both my teenage boys have got totally different skin to me, but I have now given them my tube and I bought myself a bigger tub because it was on offer for half price on Amazon in the Prime Day sale. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. Yes, please. I will have that nicely. So that means they now leave my nice clean tub alone, because however much I would, tell them to please make sure if they're going to use my stuff, they wash their hands first. I don't know if they have. We're talking about teenage boys here. So therefore, they now have a tub of their own. And actually, I'm going to get them individual tubs of their own, to be honest, because it is more better for them and they can just keep it in their own rooms and whatever. But it means they leave mine alone. So mine is nice and bacteria free, which is wonderful. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to say to you about, I'm just going to wash my face now I have cleaned my hands. I've been trying out as well 2 new cleansers. So if any of you guys have tried out any new products in the last week or however long since I've seen you and I haven't chatted to you about it, put it in the products. Whether it's cleanser, whether it's moisturiser, whatever it is, if you tried something new, let us know in the comments, especially if it's something you've really enjoyed using, because we love to find out any recommendations from people about different things, whether it's skincare or makeup. So please feel free to let us know. So I've been trying out these 2 Neutrogena cleansers. This one I used to use many moons ago before I started using the Senegence cleanser. and I really like it. And as far as I'm aware, they've changed the packaging slightly, but they haven't changed any of the ingredients, and it's still okay on my skin. And then I've tried out this one, which is a new one, so I did do like my skin test, my patch test and everything first, but this one I am in love with. Absolutely loving this cleanser. For my very dehydrated, dry skin, this is like my new best friend, I have to say. And the combination of these two, cleanser and moisturiser, my skin loves it. It literally is like, oh, thank you, Lord. This is the combination we have been waiting for. It's amazing. And using that as my base before makeup, game changer. Game changer. So if you haven't tried this and you have dry or dehydrated skin, give it a whirl. In places like Boots, it's about £8. But on Amazon, I got it for £5 on Amazon a couple of weeks ago. But at the moment, I think it's on there for about £4. Give it a go. For that price, you can't, you know, grumble even if you're not overly mad on it. Give it a try. Anyways, I am going to do a live very soon about the different cleansers, or a video, I don't know yet. I will decide when I feel like doing it, quite frankly. But yes, at some point very soon, we are going to do a video or a live about all the different cleansers we have been trying out. And we've been trying out some different cleansers of different price bands and stuff as well, so that we can give you a really good kind of variation. So I'm just going to use that Hydro Boost cleanser first. There we go. Oh la la. Oh, this one feels so nice on my skin. I like it so much. It's so lovely. Right. La la la. So, what plans do you all have for the weekend? Do you have anything awesome lined up for the weekend? Me and Becky have got an awesome wedding to do this weekend. Wedding makeup for the bride, the mother of the bride, and the maid of honour. And we can't wait. It's so exciting. We can't wait to see them in all their gorgeous dresses and get them all glammed up. And yeah, it's going to be fabulous. So, just washing off my cleanser. Now, the other thing I wanted to say to you today is, I don't know if any of you have ever heard this, but if you put your moisturiser on while your face is still damp, now I don't mean soaking wet, I do mean damp, but if you put your moisturiser on while your skin is still slightly damp, it really helps your moisturiser to lock in that extra hydration. So rather than, I know some people sort of pat their face with a towel after cleansing before popping on their moisturiser, I would say don't do that. And I mean, when I, as you can see, wash mine, I don't have my cloth absolutely wringing wet anyway, but I'll just give it a minute or two. There we go. And I'm just going to dry my hands so that my hands are slightly more dry. And then I'm going to pop on my moisturiser. So my skin is still very slightly damp. It's not completely dry. I'm going to ask you about getting back to doing brides. Oh, yes. So I'm going to pop my moisturiser on while my skin is still slightly damp. There we go. Let's rub this in. There we go. And it will help to lock in that extra moisture, that extra hydration from the dampness still on my skin. Which, believe it or not, actually makes a difference. And it doesn't matter what skin type you are, this is a really good thing to do for all skin types. So there we go. Ta-da! So Lynn was saying she wanted to ask us about getting back to doing brides. Yes, we are finally back to doing bridal makeup, prom makeup, ball makeup, occasion makeup, male makeup, whatever it is. And we are absolutely loving it. Sunday will be our first wedding since all of COVID. So it will be although we've done other jobs in between since we've gone back to doing makeovers on people and stuff and lots of trials and things. But this will be our first actual wedding since all of COVID and everything. So we are so hugely excited. And the bride and, well, everyone, her whole family and everyone, they're just so lovely. And we can't wait to see her on Sunday. And hopefully try to help her feel a little bit more relaxed while she's getting ready, because that's something we do really try to make sure we do as we're obviously doing people's makeup on the day. And yeah, to see the final effect when she's all finished and done and in her dress, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So exciting. So anyways, if you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments or pop us a message. We're always happy to help you guys out. If you feel like sprinkling and throwing this video around and sharing it out somewhere, then please feel free to do so, because we want to help the everyday person, male, female, whatever the hell, you know, person you are. We don't care. Everyone, you know, everyone deserves to look after themselves and feel good about themselves. So if we can help just one person, it makes a massive difference to us, and it's why we do what we do. So anyways, I will see you next week for week 10, which is going to be our last week of this new skincare routine. And I'm so stupid because I've just forgotten to tell you what I've been doing this week for week 9, if you are doing this skincare routine along with me. Although I know those of you that are doing it like a week or two behind, which is why I've not like rushed at breakneck speed to say what you need to be doing this week. So this week for week 9, I have been doing my skincare routine twice a day, every day. So I've still been sticking to my staples. I haven't added anything extra because we don't want to run before we can walk. We want a nice basic skincare routine that will make a difference to your skin, that anyone can do, whether you've got the smallest amount of time possible, whether you've not got a lot of enthusiasm for looking after yourself at the moment, if you're not feeling great, if you're not very well, for whatever reason, or if you're going away and you just want a really basic skincare routine and don't want to take loads of things with you, then this is the ideal thing to do. So twice a day, every day this week I've been doing this, and I'm going to do the same next week, twice a day, every day. So I have cleansed and I've moisturised, and then if it's in the daytime, I've put on SPF, and I have then put on my lip balm with SPF in, which I'm going to do those two things in a moment. And in the evening, I've used a lip balm without SPF, and of course I haven't put SPF on in the evening on top of my moisturiser. But that's it. That is it, people. And I'm telling you, it has made the most massive difference to my skin. Hugely. And because it's made a difference, it's making me want to look after my skin even more. It's making me want to actually look. It's made me get into it. I've not actually, in the last almost 9 weeks, I've not actually left my makeup on overnight once now, which I used to be an absolute bugger for doing that. So Lynn says she found her wedding album the other day. Oh, you looked lovely. I think all brides look lovely. It's just special, isn't it? It's just amazing. And yeah, it's just so lovely. And as a highly emotional person, I love doing weddings, and so does Becky, and we do have a little tear. We do. Anyways, have a wonderful weekend, whatever you are up to. Yeah, we can't wait for ours, and I'll see you very soon next week. So, love you all. Bye for now, my gorgeous Broadway bitches.